In the heart of Boston, under the watchful gaze of marble statues and silent paintings, a mystery was born, one that has haunted the art world for over 30 years. It was a crime so audacious, so perfect, that it left behind no trail, only empty frames and unanswered questions. This is not just an art theft. This is the story of the greatest unsolved heist in history. Welcome to SPARKO, where secrets unravel and truth lurks beneath the surface. March 18, 1990, the day after St. Patrick's Day, the city of Boston was asleep, wrapped in green and Guinness hangovers. At 1:24 a.m., two men dressed as police officers rang the buzzer at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. "Boston police, we've received a disturbance call," one of them said. Security allowed them in. Big mistake. Within minutes, the guards were handcuffed and duct-taped in the basement. The thieves had free rein, no alarms, no interruptions, no panic. For 81 minutes, they walked through the museum's halls, carefully selecting their prize, 13 irreplaceable works of art, including pieces by Vermeer, Rembrandt, and Degas. Then, they vanished. The art world was stunned. Among the stolen pieces, Rembrandt's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, his only seascape. Vermeer's The Concert, one of only 36 known works by the master. A Chinese bronze finial from the 12th century. An ancient French eagle-shaped banner. Sketches and small paintings by Degas. Their estimated worth? Over $500 million. But here's the catch. It wasn't just the value, it was the surgical precision. They took some of the most irreplaceable works and left others untouched. Why? The FBI immediately suspected an inside job. The security systems were outdated. The guards poorly trained. The thieves knew exactly where to go. No fingerprints, no hair, no surveillance footage survived. Then came the theories. Was it the mafia? Was it an international syndicate? Was it a rogue collector? Or a powerful figure who wanted a private gallery hidden deep in a mansion? Rumors swirled. The mobster Carmine Romano was mentioned. So was the notorious art thief Miles Connor Jr., but he was in prison at the time. Or was he coordinating from the inside? Here's the haunting part. To this day, the museum has left the empty frames on the wall. As a statement, a wound that never healed. Every visitor who enters the Dutch room sees the same chilling scene. Golden frames with no art. It's a reminder, a challenge, a scream into the void. We haven't forgotten, and the world still asks, where are those masterpieces? Over the years, the FBI followed hundreds of tips. They chased down suspects in Europe, Asia, and South America. They infiltrated the black market. They even interviewed mob informants in prison. In 2013, the FBI made a bold announcement. They knew who did it, but they never named names. Why? Because both primary suspects were already dead. No arrests, no recovered art, just more questions. The museum offered a staggering $10 million reward for information, the largest private bounty in the world for stolen art. And still silence. What keeps someone from speaking out? Fear? Loyalty? Or maybe the art was destroyed, hidden, sold to a buyer who doesn't care about law or legacy. Some say the pieces are buried in a vault in the Middle East. Others believe they're in a private collection in South America, shown only to a chosen few. This wasn't a smash and grab. It was strategic, patient, and terrifyingly calm. Art theft isn't about fast cash. It's about leverage. In the underworld, stolen art is currency. It's used in negotiations as collateral in drug deals or even to reduce sentences. But what makes this case chilling is that no one cashed it in. Not one piece resurfaced. Not one. That's either extreme discipline or absolute chaos. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum isn't just a museum, it's a masterpiece. It was the dream of a wealthy Bostonian woman, Isabella, who had only one request. Don't change a thing after I die, and they haven't. Even after the heist, the museum preserved the crime scene. The same guard's desk, the same hallways, even the dust feels historic. Walking through the museum today is like stepping into a mystery novel, except it's all too real. Some believe the museum knows more than it admits. Why didn't the guards follow protocol? Why were the security tapes erased? Why did the museum take so long to upgrade security, even after the theft? And most importantly, what was not reported stolen? Was something else taken? Something not listed in public records? A letter? A document? A coded map? We may never know. There are people who've dedicated their lives to solving this mystery. Private investigators, former FBI agents, art historians, even Reddit sleuths. One man quit his job to follow every lead. Another created an AI simulation to track black market activity. The case has become a symbol for obsession, for secrecy, for the eternal chase. This heist inspired books, films, podcasts. Every few years, a new documentary claims to have the answer. And every time, the trail goes cold. It's almost as if the heist has transcended reality. It's no longer about the art, it's about the legend. Here's the final twist. In 2020, the museum quietly extended the deadline on the reward. They still believe someone out there knows the truth. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's a dying mobster's final confession. Or maybe the art is hidden behind a false wall, just waiting to be found. 13 pieces of art, 33 years of silence, $500 million gone. And one question remains, where is it? This was the story of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist, one of the greatest unsolved crimes of our time. If you love untold stories, mysteries, and the thrill of the unknown, subscribe to SPARKO.